Metacognition is the next subject. Why? Because I hear a lot of people talking about metacognition is just like, oh, it's just thinking about your thinking and it's just making meaning. No, it's not that simple. It's a little bit more complex and sophisticated and more magical and beautiful than that. The Bible actually is using metacognition to download consciousness into your system. It's not a book that you're supposed to take literally, even though it happened to people literally. When the people telling you their stories, they're literally downloading that level of consciousness to you through metacognition. So, metacognition uses narratives, emotional charge, moral schemas, cultural memory, imagery, ritual reinforcement, and social identity markers. This is important. This is actual meaning making. That's why the Bible is metacognition and uses metacognition, because this is the way that we understand. So when someone hears hears the name of something, their nervous system activates a massive compressive data cluster. So what metacognition does is creates meaning of something like the Bible and the stories in the Bible. So that feels powerful, but what's powerful is its density stored association. So we all can relate to the story. So when we can all relate to a story, that makes it more real. And all a story is us observing something that is unobservable with the eye to everyone else. And us using our story to make it connect to other people and to make other people understand it in their nervous system. We're giving that data a narrative. We're giving an emotional charge, like I'm doing right now. What I'm doing, I'm giving narrative to metacognition, to the Bible. I'm giving emotional charge to our understanding. I'm giving you the moral schema of the Bible. I'm giving you the cultural memory behind the Bible. I'm giving you the imagery of how the Bible creates of how we're supposed to understand life. And what we are actually in social identity markers of how we all believe in this book and how what it means to us is the social identity that it creates. That's metacognition. And we can't lose that in our society as a people, because then we can't evolve. And metacognition is a big part of our evolution. It's a big part of our genesis as well, which is our creation, our beginning. It's how we first began to understand life, and our first understanding of what life meant is our first interface with consciousness through metacognition, observing and reporting. When you observe and report, you give it context. That's why contextual intelligence is very important for metacognition. We have to preserve the Bible. We have to preserve everybody's spiritual books. We have to preserve God, and that includes everybody's God. Allah, Buddha, whoever your God is that represents that righteousness, that alignment. That's the point of it. It's all about a representation of alignment. And then those stories are telling you what happens when you're in alignment and when you're out of alignment. That is obedience to constraint dominance. Not actually to the book. Not actually to the word. But what the word teaches. It's constraint dominance. And your obedience to constraint dominance leads to coherence. This is metacognition. This is what the Bible's actually trying to teach us. It's consciousness, but it's put into a form that's digestible to your nervous system using meaning. So go read the book and get the meaning of life. Go realize your power. Go find your power, the power that you crave. Everybody got something to say about a book that they've never read. Yes, you study scripture, but you've never read the book. you do yourself a disservice when you operate in that order, out of order, because that's out of order operation. So metacognition is about making meaning, giving narrative, and that's what the book is doing, is using that book to give meaning to consciousness so that you can understand what you're supposed to be doing while you're here. I love y'all. I can't wait to come back and give y'all so much more. But I realize a lot of this from satellite reality theory, and I can explain so much more, and there's so much more to explain, to understand about how we work together, how much power we have together, what we create through meaning, what we give meaning to. If whatever we give meaning to is what is given life to, because what we creates this data set. This data is created from our metacognition. There's a guy on TikTok who everybody probably thinks is crazy because he's always saying, if we all just get together, and if we all got together and did the same thing, or you hear people all the time saying, if we all got together and we meditated on the same thing. Yes, that's right. They're not lying. It's power. You can feel the power right now. That's so powerful. If we give a meaning to the reason that we are creating this energy, we want right, we want the new world, we want right, we want the corruption to end. Because they're saying that if we allow corruption to, if we could stop the corruption, the system falls. But if we allow corruption, the system falls, because that shows us that the laws are not applied across the whole system. So that means that the system automatically falls on its own. We have so much more to talk about, so much more to learn. This is just the beginning. Satellite reality theory. Go check out the theory in my thing. If you made it this far in the video, most people will not make it this far in the video, I promise you. But those that do, you have got a fucking golden goose. And I will see you later. Peace.